Hey guys, I found something really cool. Been wanting to find this plant since way back before I even began foraging. I've always been interested and curious about this plant. It's wild ginger, and there's a lot of conflicting information about this plant, and there's a lot of incorrect information, a lot of incorrect photos. I've seen people posting photos of wild violets saying that's wild ginger. So this video is going to be simply me showing you wild ginger up close so you can see exactly what it looks like. So let's get right to it. This way there's no confusion. But this is wild ginger. It grows by a rhizome, which is a root stock. Not truly a root, but it grows along the ground and it spreads out, it branches out. It gets two leaves, one on each side, directly across from each other, and right in the center of those leaves, in April or May, it gets a three-petaled purple flower. Now, technically, the flower doesn't actually have petals, but that's just something we don't really need to know. It's just confusing stuff for botanists. But this is the plant. It has a somewhat heart-shaped or kidney-shaped leaf. It has very prominent ridged veins. You can see the veins, and they're, you know, kind of three-dimensional. They give the leaf a three-dimensional look. The stem of the leaf is woolly, little white woolly hairs on it. And most importantly, when you pull one, I want to try and get back here because I want to get some of the root stock, because we're going to transplant this into our yard. You can see this is how the plant looks as it's growing on the ground. It gets these little roots, and then it just sends off runners and sends up more shoots. Here's another little offshoot just starting. But the root is what we're after. And again, it's not really a root, it's a rhizome, but that's more botanist stuff that we really don't need to get confused with. If we clean this up and we smell it, it smells just like the ginger. Now when I eat ginger, I usually eat it with sushi because little slivers of ginger come with the sushi. And it smells and tastes just like that. Now it's not true ginger, but it's used as a ginger substitute. Now there's a lot of controversy on this plant. Some people say it's toxic, some people say it's not toxic, so I can't really tell you one way or the other. All I can tell you is this is the first time I found it. This is the plant, this is wild ginger. So there you go. Now you have something to go on instead of doing your searches and having somebody show you pictures of wild violets. I'll show you the wild violets too, because a lot of people seem to confuse it with them. Now I believe these are wild violets, or they're a look-alike, but it's a much smaller leaf, it's a much thinner leaf. It doesn't really have that three-dimensional look, and there's no hair on the stems. So big difference. But that's it. That's wild ginger. Just wanted to show that. I'm pretty geeked about finding it. We're gonna gather up a bunch of these root stocks and take them home. This area has a whole bunch of wild ginger, so we're not gonna be, you know, destroying the environment or anything by doing this. But this way, we can take it home and we can plant it in the yard in the shade, and in a few years we'll have a bunch of wild ginger growing right outside our door that we can go get anytime we want. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the comments and support.